Hey everybody, welcome to JK Next Garage. I'm Jim, this is Kelly. We are restoring a 1967 Pontiac Firebird. All right, so today we are going to take the complete rocker out of this car over on the passenger side, and hopefully everything works out all right. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's go over the spot welds I'm gonna have to take out of here. Okay, so these are the spot welds I believe I'm gonna have to remove. We'll start out with the rocker extensions and move into the pillar, and then the inner quarter, and then I know it says inside quarter, that means in between the where the glass goes inside there, and the floor pan and the wheel well. So let's check measurements. Those are the spot welds I got to take out. Let's get this door put on here and see how the gaps are on that, and if we can continue to start drilling out all these spot welds. And all right, door's installed. Kelly and I got that put on and got it all squared up and hopefully back to where it was. As you can see, my gap's not too bad. It gets a little tight down here, right down through here, but I think I can work with that. The bottom is nice. Got a good gap there. It's just a hair over 3/16. I can live with that. And the front lines up really good with the front of the rocker panel. So anyways, I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to put a piece of bracing on the inside here. I have a piece that I can put basically from right there over to right here. And I think I showed you this before, but I got it ground off right there. So I'm just going to tack a piece of square tubing in there. Hopefully it'll help, and I don't think it'll interfere with me taking out this rocker panel. So anyway. Okay, so rocker extensions, obviously I've already removed these spot welds from when I did the firewall, so those are no big deal. What I got in here is I've got these that come around and up through here, and some right in here that gotta go. I'm gonna remove those from the inside, from in here. I'm gonna drill them out, and hopefully then when I go to reattach the new rocker extensions, I can do the self tappers from this side and weld it from this side. So all right, so moving on from there, we've got the spot welds. Let me get that flashlight off. Got the spot welds here, couple spot welds here. Let me see if you can see inside. There's the little cowl piece. If you can see it inside there. Hopefully with this outside being removed, I should be able to get the air chisel in there and get that taken care of. And then let's see here if there's any. Well, I don't know if you can see that little flange on the rocker that sits up in there. So those will have to be removed, but that should be able to come out when I cut the rest of this pillar out of here. All right, let's move around to this side. All right, so for these rockers extensions, I'm going to have to take all these spot welds out right in here too, all the way down through that door jamb. So obviously the toe board, I don't have to take apart or don't have to drill those out because that was with the firewall. Nothing here. Let's move back. Obviously we'll have to separate it from the floor. Inside quarter. So when I say that, I'm talking about right in here. Obviously with this patch, these are already gone. I got to remove these here, I believe. And then the inner, I'll have to try and see if I can get you on the inside of this right in here. Down inside here, there's a little flange piece for the inner support. there's an inner support back behind this, and I believe it has a little flange on it, and I'll have to show you that. So, okay, I don't know how clear that is, but there's a bunch of spot welds right along here that need to get taken care of. And right there is that little flange from this inner support right here. So those spot welds will have to come out. Those are spot welded to the rockers. So hopefully you can see that all right. So those ones I just showed you are right inside here, and that's fine. I'm gonna try and drill them. I kind of want to save this as kind of a reference to make sure that the rocker goes back in the same spot. I know I've taken all those measurements, but like I said, I just can't be too sure. So anyways, so then there's some spot welds here, up along here, that go to the back of the rocker right here. And yeah, as you can see, I don't think it's gonna take much to get these out. This is pretty crusty here. So, okay, so the seat mount brace is out. That wasn't so easy. Okay, so we got this all taken off of here, so it's disconnected from the rocker. So let's get over to the pillar area now. Okay, so I called it the pillar. I don't know what to call this. This is the front door jamb area. So anyway, all right, so now I want to take this piece out here, get this finished up, get this cut down, get this all out of here, right here, so that I can get that rocker in here. I'm going to try and drill out some of these spot welds here underneath. So anyways, that's next. Let's get that out of there. All right, so got that piece cut out of there. This piece right here, I went right here. So that's done. I'll save this for a template for the patching piece. Boy, I wish the new patching pieces came with a nut that big. But anyways, so as you can see, I left this piece here. Didn't move. Should be able to use that as a template. I've got some measurements basically from here to here and from here to the front of the rocker. So if that moves, I know where it needs to be. So I think the next thing is taking this door off. I did John from Vinyl Village Garage's little trick where I drilled some 1/8" holes so I can line it back up a little bit better later. The first time I just did some scribe marks around here and it was still kind of a pain. So hopefully that'll work better. I'm sure it will. Makes sense. Got these marks on the door here for lining it back up later. And so I'll get Kelly out here and we'll take this door off. Okay, door's off. So what we're going to do is we are going to drill out these spot welds here and the ones on the other side of this here and in here for the rocker extension. I'm going to leave these self-tapping screws in here to help support it a little bit. And then, so all those spot welds will be right up around in here. So let's get to that. That'll be the front of the rocker. All right, so I'm taking these spot welds out. Just wanted to show you what I found. I was planning on keeping this part here to help with the rockers in there, and it's not too bad. It's still pretty solid in there, right up until I started pounding on these right here, these spot welds, trying to get them busted free, and I noticed a pinhole right there, rusted through. It's pretty thin. So what I'm going to do is I've got that patch piece that I'm going to use for here, and as you can see, I drew a line. I'm not going to cut it out just yet. I'm going to finish breaking these out. When I get the rocker out, I am going to look up inside here, see just how bad it is, how far up, and then we'll make our patch piece accordingly. Just a couple other things in here as I'm drilling these out. Put that light up in here is, I almost forgot about these right here on the top here. There's a few up here on the top. And what I had to do was I had to bend that piece out. Yeah, so as you can see, there's the piece right back here that this is spot welded to. So I had to bend this out with channel locks, and then I was able to get my my splitter in there. All right, so we're getting pretty close to the front end being all the spot welds being cut out, and then we can move to the back. Okay, so I started taking some spot welds out of the back of this rocker, and I will show you. I got the rocker disconnected from the outside of the quarter panel, and I'll show you that right now. There you go. There's the spot welds. I got 12 of them. I just about missed the one on the very far left of your screen there, right in the corner. But those are done, and these are done here. We got one here, one here, 1, 2, 1, 2. I believe there was one here, and there was one right in here. So maybe there was 3 there. I don't know. As you can see, that's rusted out. So yeah, I know it seems like kind of a pain in the butt for me drilling all these out, but I want to have a video where you can see where all these spot welds are. If you end up buying a car that's really rusted and have no idea where spot welds are or where to put them back after you get done with your putting your new piece on there. So pardon the noise. I got the garage door open today. It's about 90 degrees out. Humidity is about 90%. So what we got left is we've got these along here, and then we've got to separate it from the floor pan, and then hopefully that'll drop out. All right, so before I separate it from the floor though, I think I'm gonna put a brace in from here to here. Might not need it, but better safe than sorry. All right, got the bracing in. Nothing fancy, just a little square piece of tubing. Got it tacked here and on the underside. And then over here, I just got it tacked here on the underside and right back in here on the back side of this. So, all right, so we got all these spot welds drilled out. Some of these I'm not sure were actual spot welds. It looked like they were, but like I said, with the pitting, it's so hard to tell. So I got them all. This is all broke free now. So I've got a couple self tappers in there just to keep it up in the air when we start air chiseling that. And one other thing I did, and of course this is me overthinking, is I made a brace right here. As you can see, I just used the door bolt for that. And I had these pieces. I already had these angles cut with a hole in them and stuff. So it took me like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to just get the welder out and tack these into place. And there I made one for the driver's side. So anyways, a little overthinking on my part, but I don't want that side coming down when we start separating this. So not that it should, because of the frame rail is still underneath here, is all attached and everything, and the front is still sitting on the torque box, is sitting on the body cart there, so I should be good to go. So anyways, let's get Kelly out here and get this thing apart. All right, so one thing I forgot is, because this is all rusted down in here, I didn't realize there's spot welds. I forgot there's spot welds that attach this inner structure piece to the rocker panel. And I got one, I don't know if you can see it, right in here, still attached. So all right, gonna have to use Kelly's air chisel here for a second to get this one taken out, hopefully. So got that broke free, and Kelly just saved my life because my hammer was going to fall off. I had it sitting here when I was air hammering. So thank you for that. Let's get to taking this floor pan away from the rocker. Okay, well, as you can see, we're separated. So you can see that all the way through. But anyways, we are. This floor pan likes to move now. Kelly did a fantastic job. All right, well, moment of truth. We're going to take the self-tapping screws out of the rocker extension here and out of right down there, if you can see those. And hopefully that rocker will come out. Okay, so we're gonna take those tech screws out. Hopefully it'll drop down. It'll only drop down to my my orange, whatever color that is. Little jigs there to help support it for right now. So, all right, so I'm gonna take the tech screws out from the inside. Kelly's just gonna stabilize it for right now. All right, then we'll take all but one out of this side so I can get that back down. Okay, let's see if we can get this down. Let's see if it's sitting on our jigs here. Yep. All right, so we have to take it sitting on our jigs right now in the back anyway. All right, so I'm going to take the back jig out and let it come down some. Lift up just a little. Maybe. All right. Okay, it's on its way down. So I'm going to take the front jig out now. I still got that shooter screw in the front there, so all right, so we're going to lift it up a little bit so I can get this out. All right, so let's see how this is going to. Okay, so it's getting hung up, I think, right up in here. It wants to go like this, so I'm going to take that front shooter screw out. Hopefully, we'll be able to work this out. All right, so got to kind of slide this back because it's probably hitting. Let me get you in here to show you this. Okay, so I think what's happening here is it's kind of getting hung up right here. It's kind of tight on there, so I'm going to have to kind of wedge it out of there. So that's what I'm doing by trying to push it back. And it's got to get back past this too before I can drop it down. So I don't know. We'll see. We're going to give her a try. Right, let's try and work this thing out of here. So, ooh. So let's see here. We drop this here. Let me get a screwdriver wedge here. All right, I'm gonna try and wedge it down here. Is it going? Oh, yeah. There we go. Okay. All right. Just needed to wedge it down on the inside. Let's see if we can move it backwards a little bit. Okay. Yep. It's getting hung up. It's coming down, but this little piece right here that I'm trying to save is kind of holding it up a little bit, but might be able to get it back a little bit farther. It would go down now. Still hung up on the toe board here just a little bit. Okay. All right. So that's that. Lift up just a little bit. There you go. Yeah, this is where it's getting hung up, right on that piece right there. Well, I'm just gonna have to cut that off right there and tack it back on. So I'll get that off of there and we'll drop it out. Okay, so I took that little piece out. I can weld that back on later. All right, let's see if we can get this out of here. Oh, bring it. All right, set it down. There you go. Rocker out. So it's all good. A little crusty. I don't know if you can see it there. I'll get a close up here in a minute. So, all right, let me grab the camera and I'll show you what we had to do to get this entire thing out all in one piece. Okay, so to get this this entire rocker front part completely out of here, all in one piece, here's what I had to do is basically, I don't think you're going to be able to get it out with this entire piece still in here. And let me grab the patch piece. So as you can see, this would be here. This whole piece I had to cut out of here because all this down here on the rocker, all this stuff would just get hung up trying to get that out. So, and this was the last little piece right here that I left in there. I was hoping to leave in there, but had to take it out because down here, this is where it, I think right here is where it goes. And there was no way of it getting past that without cutting that out. So get our whole new, brand new rocker up in there. But this all has to come out. So this whole piece here. As you can see, ours is completely just destroyed. And this isn't all from me chiseling these spot welds out either. This was completely rusted. As you know, I said I had to take that out of there. I had one left sitting on there, but this is what's lurking behind the piece that goes here. So ours had a pretty big hole in here as it was. So that's why I could see inside there. But let me take you over to the other side here. As you can see here, there's just a little hole, and all I was going to do is patch that. But I can see inside there that it's completely rusted through and gone there too. So just one of them things that if you can't see it, you don't know it. You know, you don't know what's lurking behind there. And so I'm just glad that we're changing this whole thing out. So bottom line is, yes, you can take a full rocker out all at one time. Hopefully you don't have to. Hopefully you can just replace the inner or the outer, and that's all you need to do. But I think what we're going to end up doing is we're going to try and get it in all in one piece, and we'll just see how that goes now that we were able to get it out. So, all right, well, that wraps it up for taking that full rocker out. Hopefully this helps you on your project, whether you need to take the full one out or maybe just patch the outer or inner or the rocker extension. I don't know. But anyways, we should be able to get this new one in there, hopefully. And we'll bring you along for that on the next video. So thanks for coming along, and we'll see you on the next one.